Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Haley. I am a mom of two little girls. I have a almost 4-month-old and then a 2.5-year-old. Today's video is just a real quick and simple video on some tips that I have for you about potty training. So quick disclaimer, I am not a professional. I've only done this with one child. I'm just going to tell you what worked for us. And again, this might not work for you. It might not be aligned with how you think you should potty train, but I just took some things that I was told by family members and friends, some things I read, some things I Pinterested, and put it all together and did what worked for our little girl. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. Okay, so tip number 1, make sure they are ready. You cannot force them to potty train before they're ready. If they might be ready at 1.5, they might be ready at 2, at 2.5, or at 3, or further along than that. It just depends on the child. I really believe in this. We tried to start potty training my daughter about 6 months ago, and she just wasn't ready. Like, she knew she needed to go potty. She knew when she was pottying, but she just had zero interest in it. And I just learned that it was hard. It was a hassle for me to try to get her to sit on the potty and go. So she wasn't ready. So we just stopped and waited until she was ready. So definitely make sure that your child is ready to go on the potty. It's their time. It's on their time, not your time. Okay, number 2, make sure you have time. This is something I cannot reiterate. Make sure you have at least a week stretch of no vacations, no big outings, a week for you to just do this and focus on this and not have to worry about sitting in a car for several hours or being at a place for several hours outside of your home. So make sure you have time set aside specifically for this. So this whole virus came during our spring break. So I do teach. So I had a spring break, and in our plan was we knew our daughter was ready. So we set aside that spring break to potty train her, which was great. It took that week. She was good to go. But you still have some regressions here and there, so this virus has actually kind of been a blessing in that sense that we've had even more time to make sure that she's fully potty trained. Now we've had like way too much time, but she is completely potty trained now, and it's because we had so much time to just dedicate to it, and we didn't have to worry about going anywhere, being on big trips, or anything that's going to derail her progress. I'm gonna hop back to make sure they're ready. So we knew my daughter was ready because she stopped wetting her diaper at night, so she would wake up with a dry diaper. She would tell me every single time that she was going to the bathroom in her diaper. She would want to sit on the potty, so she'd walk to the potty and want to sit on it even if she didn't have to go, or she would notice that I was doing it, and then she'd kind of ask about like what I'm doing and things. She showed interest in it, and main thing was she was waking up with wet diapers, so we knew that her body could hold it for a long period of time. So that's how we knew she was ready. Next tip, we had a reward system. I know that some people don't want to have a reward system, and that's perfectly fine. Whatever works for your child. My child is she needs to be rewarded, okay? She's got to have like, I'm gonna do this, but what are you gonna give me? Like most people. So we started off by giving, what was it, like little gummy bears, but she doesn't like, she's not a big candy person. She does not like chocolate. So I was thinking of something that was, I mean, it's candy because candy's pretty accessible, but it's small enough that we're not giving her candy like all the time, and it's really accessible. So I found what I think is the best thing in the world, and other people might have already found this and I'm just like late to the game, but this little guy right here, among with his friends that we have, this is a Pez dispenser. So like growing up, these were a big deal, like they're very popular growing up, but basically this is empty because the full one is in the bathroom. But you fill it with little bitty Pez candies. We keep one in the bathroom, one in the diaper bag, and one at daycare for her. And then she just gets one little candy if she pees, and she gets 2 little candies if she poops. My smart little girl had figured out that if she does both in the potty at the same time, she should get 3 candies, so she won there. But really accessible. I mean, like, it's just the perfect thing. We keep it in the diaper bag. I have it there. I don't have to worry about like running out or giving her a lot of sweets whenever she doesn't need them. So little Pez things. We were very consistent with the treats or candy at first. So every single time she would go, we would, you know, have this on the top above the toilet. We have like shelves. So we put this on the top shelf. We give it to her after she peed or pooped. Then about a week or two into potty training, we stopped talking about it. So we would still have it there, and then unless she said, I get Candy, or I get Olaf, or I get Elsa, because we have like the whole clan, then we would give it to her. But otherwise, I wouldn't say like, let's go potty so you can get candy. It would just be me saying, let's go potty, let's go potty. You don't want to pee in your panties or whatever. So we wouldn't mention this at all unless she wanted it. So now she doesn't ask for it at all. We're about 3 weeks in, and I don't remember the last time I gave her candy to go potty. So there's a tip there too. Don't mention it after a week or two, and eventually they'll forget about it, and going potty will just kind of like become second nature. We put panties on her right away. We didn't do like the whole nothing on at all. We didn't do like pull-ups during the day. We did panties. We put them on. We went through like, gosh, I don't know how many the first and second day, like so many panties. It was ridiculous. But after a while, she got better and then wouldn't ruin them. And then at nighttime and during nap time, we put a pull-up on her. But yeah, we had been wearing pull-ups for months prior. I don't know why. I just stopped buying diapers and I started buying pull-ups. I guess when we started, we were going to start potty training her, but honestly, putting panties on her was just easier. I do put pull-ups on her if she doesn't have any clean ones left, because we go through them. If she gets like just a little bit on it, she wants to take them off and put new ones on, so we go through them a lot. We have bought our underwear at Marshall's and Ross because they're super cheap for now until she gets like really, really good at it, and then I'll buy some like better quality ones at Target or something, but they're kind of expensive for training. So go shop there if you want cheaper pairs so you don't have to worry about ruining kind of expensive pairs. So the first 2 days kind of looked like this. We would put her on the potty every 30 minutes, or we would ask her if she needed to go potty every 30 minutes. So I set an alarm on my phone, otherwise I would have forgotten. We started the morning off in underwear, put her in the underwear. 30 minutes later, do you need to go potty? She would say yes or no. Or if it had been like a good hour and a half, then I would go put her on the potty and not give her a choice. I wouldn't ask her, do you need to go? I would say, let's go sit, and put her on. We did that for like 2 days, and then she started by the 3rd day saying, I need to go, before I could get that 30 minutes out. We realized that she only goes to the potty every like hour and a half. Your child is obviously going to be different, and if they're eating or drinking a lot, then that's going to be different too. But that's what worked for us for 2 days. Every 30 minutes, set an alarm on my phone, take her or ask her to go, and that seemed to work. By the 3rd day, she was telling us she needed to go, running, zooming, a lot of affirmations, a lot of excitement, a lot of, you know, you're such a big girl, you're doing so good, you're just like me, you're just like daddy, and then a lot of Pez. This helped so much, I can't tell you. And I was concerned that the Pez was going to be an issue and I was gonna have to give her candy forever, but honestly I just stopped mentioning it and she forgot about it. Every now and then she'll remember, so I have to make sure I keep it on hand, but I mean, for the most part, she's completely forgotten about getting candy after she goes to the restroom. I do want to mention this because I mean, I say she's potty trained, and for the most part she is, but we have had days of regression, and I want you to know that that's, I mean, I'm assuming it's perfectly normal to have days of regression. It's just a day. It doesn't mean that all of your hard work is ruined. So she does go to daycare, and there are babies at daycare, and she does have a little 4-month-old sister who wears diapers. So in her mind, those babies get extra attention when they get their diaper changed, or she maybe misses that like baby stage of where she was. So she will, I mean, we had a day a couple days ago where it was like 4 times we had an accident, and I mean, they weren't just like little accidents. They were like, look at me, she's telling me she has to go potty while she's going on the floor. So those days are going to happen, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just a day. The next day was fine. Just have to make sure that you're reaffirming them that what they're doing is because they're big girls or big boys, and that it's what they need to do, and you know, they're growing up, and it's okay to miss being a baby, and it's okay that their friends or their siblings are still wearing diapers, but they don't wear them anymore. So you just have to reaffirm them that what they're doing is fine. It's scary. It's a big change for them, and so you just kind of have to walk them through that change. Okay, hopefully that was helpful to somebody, at least one person it was helpful to. I know with this virus going around, everybody has lots of time, so if your baby is ready, or if your child is ready, not before, if they happen to be ready now, it's a perfect time to start potty training, because you've got all the time in the world to do whatever you need to, and you have to stay at home. So again, perfect time. Just go do a grocery pickup for some Peds and underwear, and you're good to go. Okay, well, like I said, hopefully this was helpful to you. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe, stay inside, enjoy this time, because hopefully this will never happen again, and we can all look back on it and think about all of the memories that we made from it. So enjoy your time at home and with your family. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.